Good morning, all. And how's everyone today? I hope everyone's doing well. Oh, I think I'm up to video 6 now. So this is day 6. There's a few things that have happened, but I might talk about my own self-negative talk. I'm a person who, once I start, it takes a while for me to start a project, but once I start a project, I'm fully committed. And sometimes it's really hard for me to just stop and walk away from. It's a bad thing, but a good thing. It means I get shit done, but in the bad sense, sometimes I neglect other things as well. Okay, so yesterday I promised my partner I'd meet him at the gym at 7:30 to 8 o'clock. I was writing down some of my journals for my website. I was really enjoying getting into it, trying to work out what I'm going to say, how I'm going to say things that would be desirable for other people, and try to think what information everyone would need. But I realized that when I looked at the time, it was time for me to go. And by that time, I have to not only turn off the computer and stop what I'm doing, I start getting panicky and I need time to get ready for things. And so I need to check the whole house a couple of times just to make sure everything's off. Check my cat to see if she's okay. And maybe check it once or twice or 3 times. And then I still panic that I might have forgot something in that, because in the moment, if I'm put on the spot, I just get a little bit of anxiety and get sort of OCD about things. So yesterday I had that sort of moment, but then when I was leaving for the bus stop, I realized I was late, and in my mind it's like, instead of realizing this is who I am and that I'm not really the most organized person on the spot, my brain started going, Cassie, you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit, hurry up, get there in time, you're a piece of shit, you're always fucking late, you're a piece of shit. And I do this often, especially when I'm late for work or late to meet a friend. I don't mean to be late, it's just who I am. Usually when I meet friends, I prefer to do that when I first wake up for that reason, because I'm more focused on meeting that person, so I'm not late. But if things are in the afternoon or I have a couple of things before that, sometimes I am late because I just get caught up in what I'm doing. And in a way it's a good thing, but in a way sometimes I let down people. And I feel bad about that. And I say bad things to myself when I do it, like, I'm a piece of shit, I'm a piece of shit. Fucking hell, Cass, you've done it again. But then I realize this is bad for me because people who love me understand me. And I guess I don't like being late for work. And I feel like I'm making lame-ass excuses because I don't want to admit this about myself, that I get caught up in things. Because people at work are not going to care if I get caught up things. They're just going to care that I'm on time and I'm doing my work there. Yes, that's another reason that I feel like I'd like to work for myself. And usually with clients, I meet them in the morning so I can have that nice little schedule going, so I'm not making people late. But yeah, so I need to refrain of stopping myself from being so mean to myself and just say, well, I'm an unorganized person, or I get focused on one thing at a time and it's hard for me to have multiple things in a day. I'm better off having big projects and sticking with big projects. And this is just understanding who I am and not beating myself up, because I'm not a piece of shit. I don't go out of my way to make people feel bad when I'm late. I usually message them and say, I'm done it again, I'm sorry, so sorry. And I really don't like doing it, but it's just who I am. And it's not like I mean to do it. I just don't have a good sense of time. And sometimes I don't care about time. And I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I just know, I just feel that time has its own timeline and I shouldn't be stuck on it or adhere to it too much. I like being flexible with my time, and that's me. I'm a very flexible person, but sometimes that can get me in trouble. But still, at work, me being a little bit late, it's not more than 5 minutes late. Sometimes, the most I've ever been late is 10 minutes. But still, I feel bad about that. But in the work situation, I'm flexible as well. So if things need me to stay back, I do stay back. And I do hope my employee understands this about me, that I'm not being a bad person by doing this. I'm just a bit not good with time. But as I said, I'm happy to stay back an hour and not expect anything for that. So in a way, it does balance it out. It just depends if the person does understand that about me. And it doesn't look good if, you know, in the work situation. But I give more time than is needed just to balance that out. Me being just a little bit late. Another thing I noticed yesterday is how our body protects us. Last time I went to the gym last night, but I'll just go through the story. That a week ago, a couple of months ago, I went to the gym at night, and I haven't gone back to the same gym because I had a situation that scared me, and I relayed that going to the gym. A lady who was drunk jumped out of the bush and started threatening me and my husband, threatening to kill me, chasing me down the street, throwing alcohol at me, swing punches at me. I was just running, worrying about myself and worrying about my husband to get on the bus safely, because she was just manic. As I said, I don't hate her. Obviously, she had her own issues, but she scared the shit out of me. Like, I was worried about me and my safety, my husband. I didn't really want to end up being hurt. Like, I think I probably could have held it down, but still, I don't like being hurt by another individual, another human being. Even if I could apprehend her or hold it down, I still don't like the fact that I have to do that with someone. I don't want to be forceful for someone, and I don't want someone to be forceful to me. I don't really like the fact that someone would want to hit me, even if it didn't hurt me. It is still the thought, being an empath, of someone wanting to hurt me still hurts me. So it was quite scary for me. And so I think subconsciously avoided going to the gym, even though it wasn't the gym's fault. It was this crazy lady's fault. It still made me feel, I couldn't call it it was this lady's fault because of her own issues being forced upon me. It made me feel apprehensive to go to the gym. And it wasn't a gym, it was the fact of that incident. So I avoided going to the gym for a month or so. But then I realized that my health was starting to go back and I was losing energy. So I decided I needed to go back again. And we decided to go to another gym because we're part of the Jetson membership. But maybe thinking that will make me feel a little bit safe. But still, going to the gym, I must have associated this incident with the gym. Because when I jumped on the bus to go to the gym, I started getting the worst migraine. My body started aching. I almost was starting to feel sick. And I realized that was maybe a subconscious thing I built on upon that incident. I need exercise, as I said to you before, to keep me grounded in reality. And it sort of helps everything. It keeps me balanced. So sort of really needed to get up and start going to exercise. But the issue here is sometimes getting exercise is not related to your own motivation. There's something inside yourself that has been triggered that you may need some not only physical assistance with, but maybe some emotional and mental assistance with to get up and motivated. And this is not just with exercise. This could be all parts of your life. And this is how coaches, psychiatrists and that help, because they help you work out what's that little thing holding you back from getting what you want. And obviously it was that fear of someone might attack me at a bus stop that stopped me from getting exercise. And that's quite simple, and it's so irrational that it's like, why would that stop you? But a lot of issues hold you back from going for what you want. And so sometimes when people are not healthy and a little bit overweight or something, shouldn't be judged, because obviously there's more going on than like they're lazy. It's not the fact that they're only lazy. There's other subconscious hoops that they need to go through before they're ready to go to the stage you are. And it may be something they don't value. They might value having more time with their family over exercise. And that's perfectly good as well, because we all have choices in our life. I just noticed that I get so much pressure to bully, like, put people in categories about who's thin, who's fat, just situations like that, who's healthy, who's not. And it's these advertisements that are done in an unhealthy way that causes people to judge people on physical appearance, and it's not really fair. Sorry, I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but I'm just sort of helping you realize that sometimes people don't do things because of psychological blocks that are in their mind and just little triggers. And for someone who is healthy, who exercises and that, they probably don't understand that there is some fear of people going to the gym, fear of people getting healthy surrounding a person, or there are subconscious blocks. Like, I like my own subconscious block, and it seems really silly. I like holding a little bit of weight, and I know I probably could be even more attractive and healthy looking, but I noticed when I was really, really pretty that, well, I'm attractive now, but when I was like skinny, you know, looked after myself and that people didn't really see me for really me. They just saw me for my physical appearance. And I want people to see me for my soul. And I feel like a lot of really attractive people have this problem. They attract the wrong people because they are attractive, and people think they're successful for the wrong reasons. And this is wrong too. So I actually like having a little bit of weight on me. It makes me feel safer. And like, even me, I wear makeup now because for a long time I didn't wear makeup because I thought I would attract the wrong people and people would take advantage of me. But I've come over that now, and as you can see, I like wearing colour. It makes me feel more vibrant about the person I am. Okay, so I think I went on long enough about this, just to help you understand who I am and how sensitive I am. I think I didn't wear lipstick for one time because someone told me I had great blowjob lips. I didn't realize it was just a selfish thing that a man said, just dumb idiot. But it made me feel self-conscious, and I didn't want to look like some sex object. I wanted to be me, and I wanted to just evoke who I was, and that's not who I felt I was. So I stopped wearing lipstick just to hide myself away, so I didn't portray that in people. But I didn't understand that was just a thought. It wasn't who I am. It was just who he was. So the other thing I wanted to say about being an empath, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but I had it ringing in my ears before, like this morning, about a song that seemed like real. I don't know if it's my mind being really strong and open to sound, but in white noise, sometimes I hear more than white noise, and it's kind of creepy. Like this morning, I just heard a little hum, little chimes and hum in the white noise. And at first I was scared, but I think it's the angel's way of just communicating with me. The most elaborate one I ever had is just I was lying in bed. I came to bed by myself because I am a night owl, and my husband was already asleep. He liked sleeping with white noise. But when I was laying in bed just trying to sleep, it sounded like someone was trying to sing opera into me in French. I had this beautiful music running through my ears that I couldn't understand. But my heart understood it and my heart was open towards it. But it's something I can't turn off. It's like, you know how some things happen, like you see a ghost or you see something symbolic in the world, and you could probably say, not today, I don't need this, and just shut it off and continue. When this happens, I just listen to it. I have to listen to it until I either go on to the next phase of life or I go to sleep. I just think of something nice, like maybe it was the angels just singing to me before I went to sleep. Or sometimes I question my insanity, and this happens to me a lot, but then I just have to trust that this is just who I am. This is my life. I travel between worlds, and sometimes the world that I'm at is not always how we are taught to be when we're younger. And I guess that's why I'm studying more ancient cultures and shamanism and all that kind of stuff, because it helps me get a more understanding of who we are as human beings, as people, as leaders, and this whole sacredness of life, like the rituals and all that kind of stuff, and how we're connected to life itself. Society says you should be shut off, we should be to business, we should work, pay the bills, have a family. You know, sometimes they might show us a happy family, but usually they use a happy family to sell us something that we don't need. So I can understand why everyone's so confused in this world. And some people can shut off. I can't. As I said, the more I shut off, the harder it comes. And it's easy just to go with it and just realize this is who I am. And these are the gifts. And these are the paths I have to walk on in life. I maybe had a choice somewhere. And obviously I chose this. And I'm fine with it. Anyway, we'll let everyone go. Thank you for listening. I hope I've offered some valuable insight to what's it like to be an empath. If there's anything that you want me to elaborate on, I can. I was thinking the other day, because there's a lot of talking about myself and talking about how I do things. I may pick up these videos and look for a shorter version of things that people love about what I've said, and talk more in detail about what I said, so you too can learn how to have a great creative life being an empath. Anyway, love and light, Cassie.